Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In continuation with the board practical series, I'll be giving you tips today for your class 12th CBSE board practical exam in chemistry. What all precautions you should be taking care and what all things you need to carry for your exam. So we begin with preparation one night before. So just to remind you, keep your lab coat ready. It should be neatly ironed. Then your investigatory project, which should be duly signed by your teacher, your practical copy, the index signed, all the experiments signed, practical copy covered neatly, preferably with the brown paper, or you can use any creative way of covering your copy with your name and your roll number written on the cover page. These are the things that are mandatory, and you can also carry your platinum wire with you in case your lab doesn't provide one. So these are the things that you need to keep ready one day before your exam. One special mention I would like to do: some children are in a habit of scribbling and using the last page of your copy as a rough page, right? In case you have also done this, please make sure that you either tear off that page and then paste 2 pages to make that end neat, or without tearing off, simply paste 2 pages so that the end of your copy looks neat, right? Yeah. Now, while performing your experiments in the lab and while reporting to the lab, please make sure that you report well before time. If your reporting time is 8:30, see that you reach 5 minutes before to avoid last minute anxieties. Okay, next, while you're working in the lab, please maintain discipline so that you are not a reason to offend your examiners, the external as well as the internal examiner. Make every possible effort not to offend and not to simply create any negative energy around you. Okay, be disciplined enough, wear proper uniform, crisp ironed uniform as prescribed by your school, proper polished shoes, nails cut, hair properly done. These are certain basic things that if you tend to ignore, it's going to leave a wrong impression, and it will somewhere go into your account for not getting that 100% score, right? Now, while performing the experiments, the major precautions that you need to take care. Main precautions that you need to take care while performing your experiment. These are certain precautions that I've been observing children making mistakes about year after year. So the first and foremost thing regarding volumetric analysis, please make sure that you've removed the funnel from the burette and removed the air bubble from the burette before you start taking your readings, right? Rest of the precautions about the practical part I've already covered in my videos, so please go through those in order to revise all the precautions. Then second part, while you work, try to keep your seat very neat and tidy. You can carry a rough napkin with you to clean in case you spill something by mistake, or somebody else spills something around your seat. Okay, stay as neat as possible, and very important, to protect your answer script. Children, you will get only one board answer script to write your answers. You will get more than one complimentary supplementary sheet, but the main sheet will be only one sheet. You are not provided any duplicate sheet if your main sheet gets wet or gets spoiled for any reason. So please make sure you do not keep your sheet on the main slab where you're working. Instead, keep your sheet on a side table or a side stool or any seat that you're provided for sitting down. So this is very important to protect your sheet as you work. Then while we are working with salt analysis, very important point to be kept in mind, if you analyze your salt by any of the shortcuts, like you're not following the proper scheme, you're using any shortcuts, make sure to write down everything properly in the correct sequence, starting from preliminary examination, identification test for acid radical, to confirmatory for acid, identification for basic, to confirmatory for basic, and do not forget to write the result. Result has separate marks. So result, that is the given salt, has the following acidic and basic radical, as well as for volumetric analysis, the strength and molarity of the given solution was found to be so and so. And do not forget to write the units. The unit for strength is gram per liter, unit for concentration is molarity. Do not forget to write that, right? These are the main precautions. If you're not sure about your final readings, let us say while doing volumetric analysis of salt, please do not enter anything that you are not sure of into your final copy, into your answer sheet. You can note it down on a rough page or maybe in pencil and enter only after you are sure about your readings. Do not create a mess in the copy. Do not have many cuttings done in your main answer sheet. Very important to keep this in mind, right? Now, regarding the most important part, that is VIVA. VIVA is going to judge you mainly because your externals are not standing on your head throughout as you're performing the experiment. So their main way of judging you is through the VIVA. And also remember, children, the external and internal examiners, your teachers, have your good concern at heart. They do not intend to insult you or trouble you in any way, but it is their duty to test you for the knowledge you've gained over the entire year, right? So stay composed, stay cool. Your teachers are there to help you out. Now, regarding VIVA, you should go prepared with all the practical aspects, the whys and why nots of all that you've done in the practical experiments. Second, be well prepared with one theory chapter. In case you're not able to answer questions based on practical part, your external might ask you to give any good chapter that you are very confident about. They'll ask you questions related to that. So be already prepared with one strong theory chapter, and also know everything about the project work. What you've done, why you've done, what was the aim, what are the conclusions drawn out of that. You should know all that you've done. And very, very important part, if you have a handwritten project, please make sure it is handwritten by you, because if your project, your copy and your answer script handwriting does not match, you might get into trouble. So do not get the projects written by someone else. Please do this work yourself. In case you're not able to answer one or more questions in VIVA, there's no need to get jittery. Stay confident, stay composed. Very politely say sorry sir or sorry ma'am, and they will shift to another question. Please avoid arguments or creating a fuss or creating a drama, saying no, I know ma'am, let me recall, give me time, or you start arguing over a wrong point. Please avoid all that, right? Simply say sorry and they'll give you more chances to prove yourself. Trust me, they will be very friendly to you. They are there to simply help you bring out your best. Okay, so I hope you have a pleasant experience, and I'm going to upload some VIVA questions also. I already have all the precautions and VIVA questions covered in my previous videos. Go ahead, prepare well, go confident. All the best.